Hello, my angels and devils, and all who may wander here. I'm going to harken back to 2015 when I had my inheritance and I was doing Lifebook 2015. I had purchased it's a year-long class. It's actually, for what you pay, it's not too bad. This book is a little manky and worse for the wear on the outside, but not in the bits that matter. It has been sitting around in boxes, so I found this a while ago and thought I'd really like to share this with you. This is a Diane Dilutions art journal, Diane Reevely art journal, and you're going to see how bad this is in a minute. But basically, this is the things I created. So this is, I can't remember what this was, but I found a book called How to Draw Mermaids and How to Draw Fairies and Mermaids. And when I get my books, when I get my place sorted enough to have my boxes of books back, I will show you the book. But it's a really cute little book, and it just shows you how to draw these kind of little fun, like to put down watercolor and turn it into little fairies and things, and it's just kind of cute. So I made that tag. This is People Who Inspire You. So don't know if anyone remembers that paper. That was one of my favorite papers. This was our paper dolls. We got to make paper dolls of people, and this was my friend Julie, although I don't know if we're friends anymore. She doesn't really talk to me anymore. My mum, who was a nurse, and they all had little doors. I can't remember what was supposed to go in the doors, but that would be something I'd have to have a look back. This is my nana, who taught me to knit, and so I did the little. And this is my friend Lishi, who is a poet, an artist, and basically an extraordinary woman. So that is my paper dolls that I made. That was one of the first things we did. So these go in the little pouch here. As I said, my book is looking very worse for the wear. It has been sitting around in probably a box without the lid on the box, because that is just, I couldn't tell you why, just because that was probably where I shoved it to get it out of the way. So this is one of the first things we did, which was my words for the year, which was permission to shine and love. And then there's like a little thing in here which just is sort of private journaling stuff. I really love how vibrant and sparkly this is. I don't really like how the shine turned out though. Then this is one of our first sort of drawing lessons, and one thing I have learned is I kind of let tutus get carried away. Get a little tutu carried away. But I did think I did okay on this one. This may not have been an early lesson, because I'm looking at the faces thinking I did pretty okay with those. Yeah, so courage, dear heart. And that was sort of, we had a little lesson and I added the extra little ballerina into it because it just felt, the little tightrope walker, just because it felt like the right thing to do. Then this was a sort of Zentangle-y art wordy type thing, and it's art feeds my soul. And then here, so yeah, these are all just things I've done with mixed medium. Now I did do a bigger version of this, and this is my smaller version that I did in my book, and this is my fire goddess. For I can't remember what the prompt was for this, but we learnt how to do things, and then we sort of made it our own as well. I love this. I know that my friend Scrapwitch, Lisa Oxley, did this, and she sort of fell in love with the sort of lace, using doilies and paint and gesso and stuff, and making dream catchers. This was just sketching some shells, just trying to learn how to sketch. I'm not good at sort of graphic kind of things, so I feel this feels too much to me, but I didn't do, yeah, I don't know, like it's just not quite how I wanted it. I don't remember, but I remember not being happy with this. It's okay, it's just not my favorite thing. This was homemade stamps, and you sort of, yeah, like it was meant to be sort of like day and night, like opposites. That's just so this, we did like a mason jar with all words. I can't remember what they were, but yeah, I think they were things we loved. So a mason jar of love, this feather, which I really loved doing, and then you put all words along the feather. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. There was little hearts that go in here. I just don't know where they've gone, which is gratitude hearts. I really liked how this one turned out. This is my house. This is my dream house, I guess. Music, art, create, play, believe, hug, laugh, love. And I just did that with texture paste and watercolors and other things. That would be my dinner. So I just really like that. This I wasn't happy with. This was just like an apple, but I wasn't really happy with that. This one was, I love the texture. I love my eggs. My eggs turned out pretty good, but again, I sort of feel hit and miss about a lot of stuff with me. I'm pretty sure these were gelatos. I'm not sure how I did the texture, but I really like the texture on my bird. I will say that. This is one it was texture paste and stencils and gelatos, but it's bolder colors than I would normally use, and I wasn't fussed on it. And then like this, and then you've got this big this bit. I could happily do away with that bit. I don't mind this bit, but when you open it up, it kills me every time. And I love this little butterfly with the shimmer on it. No! This is one of my favorites, although he's gotten a bit... It's just the splatters. Okay. So this, we were learning to do masculine. And I was so proud of how this turned out. Like, I'm not a person who does a lot of drawing, but this reminded me of The Paper Magician, which is a book series I absolutely love. And at some point, I will get the fourth book that has just come out, The Plastic Magician, which I really want to read, but just haven't had the money for lately. I've had to stop buying series that I like. This one is another one I was iffy on. It's a bit ho-hum to me. I think sometimes you gel with things and sometimes you don't. But it is what it is. It sort of just didn't quite turn out the way I wanted to. I think if I could take that butterfly off and change that would sort of make it feel a bit better for me. Then there's just me practice things. This was one where you were supposed to find shapes in, like you just put stuff down and found shapes, and I usually don't have trouble with stuff like that, but this one was so abstract that it made it a little hard. This is one of my favourites. Now, this was a lesson with Jane Davenport, and she taught us some of the things on how to draw, I guess, fuller figures. And so the lesson was this sort of like you used ephemera in the hair, and I was so proud of how this face came out. I really struggle with the faces, and like you're supposed to do things really huge for when you're learning, and I'm not good at doing huge drawings. So I was really, really pleased with how this little face came out. Just bear in mind that is all hand painted, and sort of like the outline only goes on after you've done it. But I was really pleased with how she came out, but with the exception of the little weird finger bit, which I should just gesso over so she looks a bit better. But I really loved that. I was really pleased with how she came out. She looks like a fat chick, and that made me happy. This was Tam does these dots as highlights, and they're not my cup of tea, I'll be honest about that. I really love how this wing came out. I can't remember how I did that, but I was really pleased with that. I loved my leafing. Guide My Light. I don't mind her, but as I said, I'm not fussed on these really, really strong white bits. I don't think there's much else to show you. There's a scrap page. And then this is the last one, which is The Girl on a Swing, which is one of Tam's things. If you go and look for Willowing Arts on YouTube, you will find that she does different sort of walkthroughs or speed throughs, and you can follow. This was misted, and I really love, I think this was Dilutions. And I just really love how, with the exception of the upside down butterfly, but I've always loved sort of sitting there and drawing trees like this. That is something I have done since childhood, and I kind of just liked how the branch is on one side, like you sort of get the tree with the branch, but you get this gorgeous sort of, I don't know, I was really happy with how that one turned out. For like, she looks very, instead of looking very young, she looks very world-weary. And that is legit the last image in this. So I hope you enjoyed my little tour of my 2015 Lifebook Art Journal. I will talk to you all soon. Let me know below what your favourite was. And as I said, I'll talk to you all soon, my angels and devils. Remember, as always, you are incredible, you are amazing, and you truly do matter. And if you want to help my channel grow, make sure you click that like button, you subscribe, and if you're not already, hit that bell to make sure you get notifications of my videos, because YouTube is doing weird things again, and unless you've got that bell hit, you won't always get the notifications of my videos. Anyway, bye my angels and devils!